next topic is nutrition in ruminants. So first of all we will learn what are ruminants. So ruminants are those animals, or we can say they are the cattle, okay, mainly which are herbivorous which eat plant products, okay. So ruminants are the animals that digest the food in two steps. In how many steps? In two steps, okay. And these ruminants includes cattle like goat, sheep, camel, and llamas, giraffe, deer, and antelopes, okay. These are come under ruminants. Even the simplest example of ruminant is cow also, okay. Now what they do, why we are saying that these ruminants digest their food in two steps. So what happens, once they will eat the food, they swallow the food, then again for the further digestion they again bring back that same food from their stomach and again start to grind or chew the food, okay. So first of all they chew the food and then swallow it, and again, so that one is the first step, and then again they took back that same food, or like we can say they swallowed the food up again into the mouth for further chewing. So that is the second step. So by this we can say that ruminants go with the two steps digestion, okay. So all the remember, ruminants are all herbivores. They were never the carnivores or the omnivores. They will be the herbivores only, okay. And that's why they are also known as grass eating animals. So they have broad mouth with broad front teeth, so that they can chew their food properly. Their teeth are like so that they can pluck the leaves and pull out the grasses, and they can easily grind the food or chew the food, so that the teeth are of grinding type, okay. Now there is a term that is known as regurgitate, okay. First of all these ruminants swallow the food, swallow means निगलना, and then regurgitate means वापस से उसको ऊपर लाना, ठीक है. Again just bring up the food again into the mouth for further chewing or grinding, okay. So what type of food they regurgitate again into their mouth? That is the semi digested form. That means half digestion done but half is still left. So the semi digested food they again bring back into their mouth, and that is known as cud. That semi digested food is known as cud. Remember, semi digested food is known as cud, okay. And then they chew their cud thoroughly, and this complete process is known as rumination. And as this process is known as rumination, that's why these type of animals are known as ruminants, okay. Now a ruminant has this type of stomach, okay. This is the like digestive system of a ruminant, and they have how many chambers? They have 4 chambers, okay. First one is rumen, second omasum, abomasum, and reticulum, okay. So the first chamber is rumen. Rumen is the largest chamber, and if you have remembered, then I told you that the human digestive system will not be able to digest the cellulose, okay, because they do not have that rumen in their stomach. But these ruminants of the cattle have this rumen in them, and that's why they can easily digest the plants, okay. They can easily digest the cellulose present in the plant food because of this rumen only, okay. Now so this is the largest chamber and is used for storing the food. Whatever food they eat, they can store over here, and then for the swallowed food first go here and then partially digested into the cud, okay. Then again means here the food get partially digested, half digested. Now what will happen? It will move to the another chamber. So the next chamber is reticulum. First one is rumen, second chamber is reticulum, okay. So this chamber looks like a honeycomb, okay, and it returns the cud back to the mouth for rumination. Now what will happen? The partially digested cud will move from rumen to reticulum, and from the reticulum it will move through the esophagus and then to the mouth for the further digestion. That means the curd will now again get swallowed up again into the mouth for the further chewing, okay, for the process of rumination. And after the rumination, the food is again swallowed and then digested further. Now the third part of the stomach is omasum. Omasum is the smallest chamber. You can also see in this whole diagram, it is the smallest chamber. And what happens, excess water in the food get absorbed in the omasum. Just like I told you, in the human digestive system, excessive water get stored either by the small intestine and the leftover water will get absorbed by the large intestine. In the same way, in the ruminants, excess water get stored by omasum. And afterwards, the last part of the stomach is, last chamber is abomasum, and it is the true stomach. Actually this abomasum is the true stomach of a ruminant, where the digestive juices or the gastric juices will digest the food, okay. Whatever gastric juices or the juices which are responsible for the digestion, that will get secreted by the abomasum, and then the food will send to the small intestine. Now from the abomasum it will send to the small intestine, and then in the small intestine all the nutrients which are present in the food get absorbed by it, okay. So this is whole the process of the digestive system, digestion process in the ruminant. First the food will come in rumen, then again it will get moved to the reticulum so that it will again get swallowed up into the mouth for the chewing, and then it will again move to the omasum. Here excess water will get absorbed. After omasum it will come into the abomasum, where the gastric juices or the digestive juices will get released up and help in the further digestion. After the complete digestion, it will send to the small intestine, where the all the nutrients of the food will get absorbed, okay. So here the digestion process get complete in it. Now one more thing is that whatever grasses and the other plants which contain carbohydrates, that is called cellulose. So just listen it very carefully. All the grasses and plant products, they contain a carbohydrate, and carbohydrates has three parts: starch, sugar and cellulose. So cellulose is present in the plants and the grasses, which cannot be digested by humans. Earlier also I told you, but ruminants are able to digest that cellulose because of the presence of this rumen, because this rumen has cellulose digesting bacteria and protozoa, okay. That rumen is having that cellulose digesting bacteria and protozoa that are living symbiotically. You have I hope you have remembered the symbiotic plants of the like association of the algae and the fungi. In the same way, that bacteria and the protozoa are also benefiting each other, and that's why their association is known as symbiosis. And here in this rumen, they are living both together in the part of this rumen, and that part is known as cecum, okay. And in that cecum, that two are living together and help in the digestion of cellulose. So these symbiotic bacteria help ruminants digest cellulose and gets food and shelter and return from the in return from the ruminants, ठीक है. तो क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे, वो दोनों रह रहे हैं और सेल्यूलोज डाइजेस्ट हो रहा है, तो ये तो इनके लिए हो गया प्रॉफिटेबल कैटल्स के लिए, और कैटल्स उनको क्या कर रहे हैं, न्यूट्रिएंट्स दे रहे हैं, ठीक है. तो वो उनके लिए प्रॉफिटेबल हो गया. सो दे बोथ आर सिम्बायोटिकली लिविंग ओवर हेयर, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द ruminants can easily digest the cellulose, because of cellulose digesting bacteria and protozoa are residing in the rumen, having a particular chamber that is known as cecum, okay. So that's all we have done, and our chapter is also finished here. Hope you all have understand the chapter. Now we will continue with our question and answers.